What is going on, guys? This is JCT here, back at it again with another video. And today we're going to be ranking the CW's worst to best superhero shows. In the future, I could do a video about all my favorite CW shows, worst to best. But today I'm just going to be doing superheroes. Um, I'm a little bit under the weather, don't feel as good as I usually do. Kind of look like shit too, so that's why today's video is just going to be mostly me just talking over logos of the shows. So anyways, let's get right into it. So coming in at the number 4 spot, I talked about it last week, and the show's name is Supergirl. Supergirl is simply just boring to me in the first place. I don't think the show that is very interesting. It's not like any episode I actually want to go back to watch unless it includes The Flash, which is my favorite superhero. So I just don't really see no point in going back to watch any episodes. And last week I pretty much aired my grievances of why I don't like watching the show with its political agenda. If you go up to the right corner right about now, that's the video I uploaded last week, going into more detail why I just don't like the show and its political agenda. I don't have much grievances against the show, just don't find it mostly entertaining, and I don't like hearing the political agenda that the show constantly likes to air. So that's why it's low on the list, and well, I just don't like to watch it, and I've stopped watching it now. So this is why Supergirl's ranked 4th and my least favorite. So coming out at the number 3 spot, I would have to give it to Legends of Tomorrow. Why? Well, this show, unlike all the other shows, it's less serious unless they're dealing with the bad guy of the season. Most episodes, there will be fighting a time apparition or something along those lines, or a demon or something that's stupid. Like one episode this season, on season 4, they fought the fairy godmother, and I like it just because it's more of a comic relief of the show. I do like it more. I like time travel stuff, so this is why it's at number 3 spot. But the other 2 shows ahead of it are more near and dear to me. But this show, it's fun to watch. I mean, I've seen every episode at least 5 or 6 times because it's what I watch to go to bed. But this is a good show. Would recommend it if you haven't already saw it. If you want a comic relief and you still like superhero shows, this is basically your show. So this is not the best show and it's not the worst show. I wouldn't hate on it. There's some aspects I don't like, but that's why it's in the 3 spot. It has its problems, but it's good. This is the number 2 spot. Well, it's Arrow. This show is what got me into these superhero shows. I watched it back in, I would say, 2013 or something around there. I want to say whenever I would say second season was on Netflix. That's when I started watching. So it has to be like 2013ish is when I started watching the show, which got me into all the other shows, like when Flash came out and then everything that branched off Flash. So Arrow, pretty much I give due to that. I liked the first 2 seasons were good. The 3rd and 4th, and then the 5th was, it's like, it didn't start getting good till 6 and 7. So that's why it didn't get the number 1 spot, because it had those 3 seasons that were not good, in my personal opinion. They could have done better. I did like the Prometheus storyline, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. They could have made Tommy Merlin Prometheus. I know the actor that played him couldn't be on the show really, so that's why. So, but they could have done the storyline so much better. I just don't think the random guy fit the character. So I think that's why it's a number 2 spot. They had 3 bad seasons, and I don't really like those seasons. Those are usually the ones I skip over when I go to rewatch it. So yeah, Arrow, it's a really good show. Really enjoying the 6th and 7th season, especially this season when Oliver was in prison with Emiko. It's been a really good season. Would recommend you watching the show. But anyways, that's why Arrow's in the 2nd spot. Really enjoyed the show. Let's move into the number 1 spot. So, coming at the number 1 spot, well, you might have known earlier, I did mention that he's my favorite superhero, The Flash. I've did miss the first episode of Flash, but after that point, I haven't missed an episode like the other shows. I have missed episodes of the others. I had to go back and watch them all in bulk. But Flash, never missed an episode. I've always kept in track. I loved it since season one, which this Flash has gotten me into looking into comics. I now read comics because of the Flash, the TV show. So that's what you get my nerdness from. Mostly I did like Star Wars before, but Flash is a big due to why I'm more of a nerd today. And I've got my friends into it, and he loves it, and we talk about it all the time. But anyways, let's get back into the show aspects. Season 1 and 2, best seasons by far. I loved the Reverse Flash and the Zoom storyline. I liked all the twists, especially with the Zoom, because you didn't know who Zoom was, and you didn't know who was in the metal mask. And then when you found out, you're like, oh my god, it's Jay Garrick, and it's the fake Jay Garrick that we thought was Jay Garrick the whole season. Those were the best seasons. I liked all the twists and turns of the first and second season. Third season, it took a decline. I mean, we pretty much knew who the villain was from episode 6 when Savitar was introduced. So that's why the third season took a dive. I mean, it wasn't the worst and it wasn't the best. We all knew that Iris was going to survive. So that's why I'm not really a big fan of the season. But the fourth season did kind of pick up more. I liked it, but some people didn't. My friend didn't like it. If you want to follow him on YouTube, his name is Amadir. I believe that's his name now. He's changed it a couple times. But anyways, I'll put it in the description. He said he didn't really... He was iffy on the fourth season, so was I. So, yeah, but the fifth season so far has been fantastic. I like the Nora storyline. And then, same thing with the fourth season. I really like the Nora storyline. So... yeah, this season, especially this recent episode 16, it's Something an Orphan. I really liked it. It's really put my interest back in the show because there was a couple dead episodes, like the King Shark. I didn't like that episode. But anyways, this has been my review on CW shows, specifically superhero. I will do all the shows in general. I watch other shows on CW, so I will review those in the future, especially the iZombie and the 100. So, peace.